what you're going to need is your tree base. You're going to preferably have some kind of a tool. This is like some kind of sculptor's tool or something. You use a popsicle stick, a old butter knife, whatever. You want something that you can fit into the nooks and crannies that your finger won't fit into. So have a small tool like this handy. You won't use it a lot, but it'll come in handy. You'll need a bottle of glue. This is just cheapo dollar store glue. It works just fine. And you don't need a lot of it. It's just to get things started. What you will need to do is make up a bottle of glue wash, which is basically a paper mache base. You're going to take like a bottle like this, dump into a bottle this big, which you're talking about a 4-ounce bottle into this 16 ounce, and then fill it, you know, about 1 part glue to 4 parts water or so, and just fill it up and makes this watery, sloshy mix. You'll need toilet tissue. Yes, I did tear all these toilet tissues apart. I got a pack of it at the dollar store for $1. It was like 4 rolls for $1, and then sat here while I was watching TV one night and just sat here and just tearing off a sheet, tearing off a sheet, tearing off a sheet. It took a long time, but it's a good material to use. And I take a stack of these and I use a portion of those, and just because it comes in handy, sometimes I'll just tear a group of these in half and put them into a separate stack for when you get into smaller areas. So you got a stack of full-size sheets and these half-size sheets. Alright, so let's get into this. All you're going to basically do is initially start off with your white glue. Just lay yourself a bead of it on here, and that's just to get your initial part of this stuck on here. After that, it's pretty much for the most part just going to be your wash you're going to use. I use 2 of these plied sheets here, and I just lay it on there. And then now we've got the base wrapped up. Okay, now we're going to take out that glue wash and just wet it down. Now, I don't know how easy this will be to see on camera. You can already see it starting to turn to mush, and that's what you want. You want this basically to turn to mush. And the mushier it gets, the more wrinkled it becomes, and the more wrinkled it becomes, the more texture you get when you go to paint it and get this. So just keep wetting it down, and this is where it starts to get messy because you have to get your fingers and stuff involved. Remember, like just being back in the day when you was a kid messing in finger paints. You just pat it down and shove it around with your finger, and you can layer this up as much as you want. You know, the more layers you put on, the thicker it's going to get, which means the possibility of more and more texture. You just want it to look natural as you can. And if you get a spot where it looks like it's a little thin or something, just take one of those half sheets and slap it on there. You can fold it in half. It really doesn't matter, because by the time this stuff starts to get wet, I mean, those seams and stuff just disappear. And you just continue that up the whole tree. Now when you get this one, I was talking about using that blade or that whatever, you start wrapping this, you may need to take this blade to shove this down into these areas, because your finger won't, I know like my finger's thick, it ain't going to get down in that area. So if you got any questions you can ask, but I think that's pretty clear. It's just making a paper mache and sathering up with this glue stuff and pushing it around and slapping at it and poking at it until it gets to the texture you want.